Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to Unreal Engine 5 Endless Runner tutorial series. In this tutorial, we are going to apply Ragdoll death animation on our character whenever it collides with the hurdle box, as you see. So you can get the project files on my Patreon, and let's jump into the tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going to make a Ragdoll death animation for our character whenever it collides with the our hurdle box. So in the previous tutorial, we spawned hurdle boxes, and whenever a character collides with that, the game is set to pause, indicates that the game is over now. So in this tutorial, we will remove the pausing and we will apply the ragdoll death animation on our character. So first of all, in order to make your ragdoll animations work, you have to make sure that your character has physics asset working perfectly fine. So go into the third person blueprints and into your blueprint, select mesh, it means that mesh, and click here to browse where it is. Now we want to check if that static skeletal mesh has physics asset or not. So simply click here, and that is for skeleton, that's for skeletal mesh, that's for animation blueprint, and that is our physics asset. So simply click here, and now you can see our character has physics asset already set up. In case you don't have your physics asset, click here, create physics asset, create and assign, and after that you don't need to change anything from here. Click create asset, and this physics asset will be created for you by Unreal Engine. And now if you want to check whether the ragdoll animation working on that or not, click here and click simulate, and yes, our ragdoll animations will work fine. So right now we don't need that. Close it. Now close it also, and go back to our endless runner folder, actors, and BB hurdle box. In the previous tutorial, we were pausing the game whenever our character collides with the hurdle box. Now we don't need that. So now we want to actually call the death event from our character. For that, go into the third person character, in the event graph, create custom event death, and here drag that mesh and set simulate physics. And before plugging that to here, I want to show you something. So click event 1. So I want to show you the working of the set simulate physics node. So now whenever I'm going to press 1, the ragdoll death animation will work. And right now if I simulate physics on our character, you will face one problem, actually two problems. Let me show you. So play it, and I'm going to press 1 to show you the ragdoll animation. It performed ragdoll animation, but it fell down and our camera is still moving forward. There are two problems now. So how to fix that? Simply go to there and make that camera boom a child of mesh. Now our camera will not move forward if we perform ragdoll death animation on our camera. So as you see, we have other problem, which is our character falls whenever we apply ragdoll death animation. To correct that, select mesh, scroll it down, go here in the collision, and in the collision presets, select ragdoll. The ragdoll will make the collision enable make object type physics body, and it will make physics body and block. So these three settings will correct that the problem. So go back here. Now again we are going to apply Ragdoll death animation. I pressed 1. Now you can see the animation is perfectly applied and our camera stopped moving forward. So it means our animation worked fine. So for that, now we can use set event death. We are done with the testing. So we are going to call that event death event from hurdle box. So that's on component hit. You can watch the previous tutorial and call event death. So now the moment our character collides with that, it will call the event death and it will cause the simulate physics on our character, which will cause a Ragdoll death animation. Let's check it. Is it working or not? So we are going to collide with the, and yes, it's working perfectly fine. Now you can also pause the game if you want to, but we don't need to pause the game. In the next tutorial we will make game over screen. So whenever our character dies, we will at the game over screen will pop up with the buttons to restart the level, or we can go back to main menu. So that's it for this tutorial, and you can get the project files on Patreon. And till next video, Allah Hafiz.